Hi guys, and welcome back to Lydia J. Today I will be doing a client makeup tutorial on this beautiful monochromatic makeup look. I love the brown tones in this look and the neutrals, and it really just pleases me. So getting on with the tutorial. I'm going to start by oiling her skin because it was already cleansed, but I just want to moisturize her skin. It'll make the makeup go on a lot smoother and help the outcome of the look. So I do like to moisturize the skin first. Always make sure you start off with a clean and moisturized base. This will totally affect the end result of your makeup. So always do this. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do her brows. And I'm not going to say the products that I'm using. I will list all of the products down below in the description. I'm just going to go in with this pomade type product, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in her brows. And she already had really thick brows, so I'm just giving them some shape and dimension and things like that. So this really does help with the brows. I am not the biggest fan of this product. I think it dries down too fast, but this is what I used. Next, I'm just going to go in and spoolie her brows, or just brush them out so that they're more, pulled back and together. And then I'm just going to go in and fill them in again. Next, I'm going in with a brow pencil to give the brows a little bit more shape, because I really wasn't satisfied with what the pomade was doing for me. So I really like to go in with this to help shape out the brows just a little bit more. Next, I'm going to go ahead and clean up underneath her brows using this concealer. I believe this is a shade Fawn, but like I said, I will list all of the products down below. This is the LA Girl concealer, and I like this concealer. I actually just got a few of the shades just to put in my kit, but I'm just going to shade the brows. This will give the brows a lift. It'll also create a nice base for the eyeshadow, which I will put on the base in a minute. And I want to go ahead and start putting on the base. This creates a beautiful base for the shadow, and this really does help the shadow go on smoother, and the shadow will pop a lot more if you do this. So I definitely do recommend priming your eyelids with a concealer, or you can use a regular eyeshadow primer, which they sell, but I just like to use this concealer because it's easier and I can have all my products at once since I'm already using the concealer. So this does just make this one step easier and not as hard to do. Next, I'm going to go in with my favorite brush for blending out concealer in small areas. This is the Real Techniques base brush, and it blends so well because it is so dense. Oh no, this is not the base brush. I think this is the Deluxe Cream brush. It blends out creams so nicely because it is such a dense, compacted brush. It does really blend, and it's really small, so it gets in the small area really easily. So that's why I love this brush for blending out concealers. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set that base using this translucent powder from Maybelline. And setting the base will make sure that shadows go on more smooth and blend out easier. This will make sure that cream does not get mixed in with the powder products that we are going to use on top. So I really do like to do this. I like to use the translucent powder because it does not alter the color, because sometimes you'll think a shadow is a skin tone and it is not. So I definitely like to use a translucent powder because it does help a little bit with that, minimizing different undertones and things. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start the eyeshadow. I'm using my Love Morphe 35O palette, which I just did a video of that palette. I will link it down below. So this is one of my favorite palettes now, and I love it. So I'm going with a brown shade from the palette. And actually, this shade was just a little too orange for my liking that I found. It was just a little orange for me, so I actually did end up going on top of this. Well, actually, I just put it on the other eye as well, because if you make a mistake in one eye, always repeat it on the other side. You don't have lopsided shadows. But I am going to go over this with another brown tone just to make it a little bit more neutral and not as orangey, you know, warm, because I am going with just a very subtle brown look today. And I'm using a brush actually by Morphe. Next, I'm going to go in with this Sigma E40 brush to just blend out the edges of that shadow and make sure everything is nice and diffused and blend so that we have no harsh lines in the shadows, because when you're using such a dense flat brush, you can get really distinct lines in your shadow. So I do like to go in with a clean blending brush. I don't think I had any product on the brush at this time, but I will go in with another shadow to add more dimension to the crease. And actually, I just found some spots that weren't really filled in with the lip color, so I just filled in there. Next, I'm going in with this darker shade, just like I said, to add more dimension into the crease and not make it, like, it is a monochromatic look, which means everything is kind of the same tone, but we don't have the same exact color. This adds depth to the crease and makes it seem as if she has a bigger eye. I'm sorry. Now just going back in with my Sigma brush to just blend out the edges of that and make sure everything is nice and diffused and goes together nicely. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and prime her skin. I want to prime the skin because it will make the makeup last longer as well as go on a lot smoother and nicer. And it will totally help with the outcome of the makeup. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put on her foundation. And I'm using the Maybelline, I think, Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 360 Mocha. And just blend that out with the Real Technique blending sponge. And I love these sponges because they're more affordable than the actual beauty blender. I'm going to go in and just make sure everything is blended using this foundation brush. And I love this brush because just to make sure everything is evenly spread on the face. Next, I'm going to go ahead with the same concealer that we used on the brows to just highlight high points of her face and just make everything a lot brighter. And I just love what this does to a look. Like, literally, you don't have to look without highlighting with some concealer. So, and I just put that under the eye, down the nose, on the forehead, and on the chin. And I think I ended up putting on the Cupid's bow as well. Just blending that out with the same beauty sponge that I used earlier. Next, I'm going to go in and bake using my Maybelline powder again and just a dry beauty blender. I find the dry beauty blender is better for applying the powder because it doesn't push the powder into the foundation or concealer as much, and it just more sits on top and absorbs any excess moisture, I guess you could say. So I really do like to use a dry beauty blender for this instead of a wet one, but I'm gonna go in around her mouth and use the damp beauty blender to just blend that in, and also her nose. I like to use that. And then it's going in with the brush to make sure that any excess is wiped off of the face. Now I'm just going to go in with these same Morphe palettes to just smoke out the bottom lash line and give the look a little bit more dimension. I love that to the eye. I feel like it opens the eye up and it just adds so much to a look. So definitely do not skip this step. Like, I just think it is so essential to a look. Next, I'm going to go in and contour, and I'm using this palette from BH Cosmetics. And I love this palette because it works for multiple skin shades and skin tones, I'm sorry. I just think it does so much. I'm also going to put this on her forehead as well as her cheekbones. And then just going in and buffing that out with a more fluffy brush. And then wiping off the powder on the chin. I'm actually leaving it on the eye. Now wiping it off so that we don't, we don't want to be too cakey and powder under the eye. So we do want to wipe it off, not leave it until like the end of the look, because it would get really, really cakey, and we do not want that out of a look. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour her nose, and I'm using this actual, like, I think base eyeshadow brush, and just contour the nose to make it look a lot more chiseled and straight, and this does so much for the nose. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some blush with my favorite blush brush. It's so hard to say. And just putting that on the apples of her cheeks. This brush is so soft. It is from BH Cosmetics, and I think it's called their cheek brush. Now I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I forgot what shade this is, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop that under her brows to just give a little bit of lift to the brows and kind of distinguish them from the eyeshadow. Add some difference to that, and I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara. I did not use lashes for today's look because this is a more natural look. Now I'm going to go ahead and line her lips, and yes, my camera did go out of focus and I'm in the camera. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to get to the other side of her face. But I'm going in with this MAC Chestnut Lip liner. This is a beautiful lip liner for women of color. Now I'm going in with a lip cream. I'm sorry. I believe this is from NYX. And it is a very fair nude. That's why I like to use it along with a darker lip liner. I'm now going to go on top of that with this Sephora lip gloss in the shade Fresh Peach. Just blending that in with a brush to make sure everything goes together seamlessly. And this is the finished looks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and tune in next week for more. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Bye!